Good morning. Hi. How are you lovely folks doing today? I hope you're awesome. Because, yeah, I am awesome. And we're going to have an awesome day today. Let's see what the news desk has to say, and then we'll be right back.
Good morning. Prime Minister Philip Pierre, who is also the country's national security minister, is under pressure from the opposition United Workers' Party to come clean on the Labour Party's role in what has become known as the impacts matter, and to tell the country what his administration intends to do to address the fallout, which is being blamed for a lack of public confidence in the police and the island's continued challenges with bringing crime under control.
The impact report is not my being. I didn't create the impact report. The Prime Minister before me had a copy of the impact report. I'm not the only one who had a copy of the impact report. Why all suddenly the impact report has become my cross? It was there before me. It was there for the last 5 years. They had it for the last 5 years. All the contents of the impact report and all the action that has to be taken on the impact report could have been done in the last 5 years.
The UWP has scheduled a round table on Thursday to discuss Operation Restore Confidence and the Leahy Law, among other related issues. The island's Gender Affairs Minister is making a case for more resources to be allocated to helping the island's young men. She was addressing a community engagement session hosted by CUSO International in collaboration with the Ministry of Public Service. This project aims to foster more open, inclusive and gender-responsive governance in Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia and St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
We have situations when I look at what's happening in our correctional facility here, and our emphasis must be on creating and allocating a lot more resources to help our young men so that our prisons population will go down. We need to get programs going so that we will not have a prison where there are 567 inmates, of which only 14 are women. There is a serious gender imbalance here, and to balance it, we have to reduce the number of males in our prison.
Project activities include delivering technical assistance to public institutions to design and deliver more gender-responsive public policies, programs and services, designing mechanisms to ensure public institutions are more open and transparent to women, girls and women's rights organizations, and organizing regional meetings with representatives from public institutions. The United Workers' Party, UWP, has welcomed the news that the Commissioner of Police will launch an investigation into allegations that police officers have been supplying a government minister and a talk show host with information on private citizens. At a press conference on Tuesday, the party also repeated calls for the Prime Minister to sack the minister over his recent behavior. According to the opposition, these recent allegations can only serve to further undermine the public confidence in the police.
So he would know the oath that he has. He would understand the Police Act and the regulations and the requirement for police officers to keep all information secret. The fact is, any piece of information that a police officer has on a citizen of this country is confidential. In his date of birth, where his address is, what his blood type is, basic things like that, far less any other information that the police may have on individual citizens. And remember, we empower the police to have that authority to collect that information. But our Constitution protects us individually from the police using that information to come after us.
Former Government Minister Fortuna Belrose, referencing the ministerial code which guides the conduct of government ministers, says the actions of the minister are unacceptable and in violation of that code of conduct. The Ministry of Commerce, Manufacturing, Business Development, Cooperatives and Consumer Affairs is reminding the general public that effective August 2nd this year, all sanitary napkins were zero rated for value-added tax or VAT.
As an additional support measure, Cabinet approved an amendment to the list of price control goods to include sanitary napkins. Cabinet also approved a maximum wholesale markup of 30% and a maximum retail markup of 35%.
Importers are being reminded that the prices of these essential items must now be approved by the Consumer Affairs Department prior to sale, according to Section 35 of the Distribution and Price of Goods Act, Cap 13.09 of the revised laws of St. Lucia. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Much appreciated, News Desk. We'll take a break and come right back. Well, now for our first feature, we take you back again to the Zoetry Marigot Bay, where we spent some time the other evening for the Bon Voyage for the Miss Universe. We had a chat with the representative, Erlika Frederick. I'm here with the awesome, gorgeous, amazing Erlika. Erlika is our representative who is about to go off to represent St. Lucia in the Miss Universe 2023 pageant. Erlika, how are you, darling? You look amazing.
I'm good. I'm trying to stay afloat. It's been a hectic journey.
It's a lot, yes.
Indeed.
But it's no strange place to you because you've been in pageantry before.
But I mean,
this is a different.
There's no platform.
Yes,
like Miss
that's big,
Universe.
yes,
So it's a big deal.
Was
It's
that
very different?
That's part of your dream?
Yes.
Are you fulfilling a dream now?
I am. A lot of women, they've hoped to become queens within the country, and some of them have not realized that dream. And for me to not only be a queen in my country, but to be Miss Universe St. Lucia and to be in the biggest pageant in pageantry arena is a big deal.
That's
and
right,
so I'm very
of course.
Yes, I'm
wonderful. Now let's talk. It's counting down. The time's right now, and you're
Definitely.
about to.
The countdown is on.
It's on,
Yes.
certainly, and you're about. This is reality now. This is real now. You're about to
just
jump that
under 30
plane.
days to go.
Exactly. You've got to jump that plane and get on over there. What is the thought pattern? What is the emotions like going into this?
It's a lot of mixed emotions, if I'm being honest. You would well understand I have great passion for my students, and to be away from them would be a little heartbreaking. They're very attached to me, and so it's bittersweet in a sense.
Right.
And the experience itself, Miss Universe St. Lucia, has been my dream, but I take comfort in knowing that I'm going to inspire so many children, not only children, but young girls in particular, looking up to me and just wanting to follow through in my footsteps with some of the things that I've accomplished. And being in that international arena, it just speaks to leaps and bounds of some things that girls can attain,
yes.
in St. Lucia, things that were, not thought possible. And
Yes.
like me, who wears short hair and brown skin, I'm not your typical definition of beauty. And
stop it!
And I'm being honest. And so over time, we've redefined, what beauty is. And I believe beauty is a very relative. And I just want to make that note,
create that platform for inspire.
Yes,
I like this.
Yes.
But here we are now. On the long run, it is St. Lucia, and you're going to be carrying that flag nonetheless. So, what impact do you think you want to leave on the world that is going to represent St. Lucia?
I don't feel so much pressure externally. I think the pressure is coming from the internal side of me, because as I would have said in so many of my interviews, that this has been my dream. But to carry the flag, the weight of my country, it's really an honor. That's how I see it. I believe that if I am to advance in this competition, it would really dawn, in the minds of the people that this is something worth investing in. And that is what I want for the next few delegates who come thereafter, to have a smoother experience and that
bigger support.
Yes, and that persons in the corporate sector could want to offer more financial support to the delegates, and that they would not have to, go through so many challenges maybe that I would have encountered. However, the experience has been amazing. It's voting going on right now, and I have a very grounded team, great support system behind me who is looking to see me through competition.
Wonderful.
I am just hoping that we leave so much more than just what makes St. Lucia in terms of, the landmarks, and hopefully that they will really see that the people, the side of, the people, the warmth and how, the joie de vivre that we have
Absolutely.
will shine through on that international stage.
I was thinking, normally the Miss Universe stage is, they normally create that platform where the delegates or the contestants normally get to show their humanitarian side. We get to see a lot of that. What is passionate to you? What do you think you could impact the world in terms of what you're passionate about in that regard?
I'm from Choiseul. Choiseul is a rural community, and some of the challenges that rural areas face is not unique only to Choiseul, St. Lucia. We see this globally, and as an educator, one of the things that I'm very passionate about is inclusivity and integration. And being that I'm very passionate about the Creole language, this is something that I would like to see introduced into our curriculum, and it is just one of the ways in which we can assure ourselves that we reach all students within the classroom to ensure that all students thrive and excel in their own unique ways. Because we know as educators that not all learners do not learn in the same way. And so if we create that inclusive and integrated environment, it is one way in which we can change things.
And of course, this can be resonated back into the world in terms of how we approach education.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, love, and we want to wish you all the best. Anything
Thank
you
you
want to
so
leave with our
much.
viewers before you roll out?
Please follow the journey. Thank you all so much for all the love and the support that I've been seeing and following on social media. It is indeed a great honor to be representing all of you, and I'm hoping that you've casted your votes, and if you haven't,
That's right.
please ensure that you do so and follow through on all social media handles. I am Alika on Instagram, Alika Frederick on Facebook, Miss Universe St. Lucia on Instagram. Please follow Miss Universe updates. It's going to be a very exhilarating journey, and I am just so excited for what lies ahead.
There you go. All the best now.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. And now, in our second feature, we are still in the month of October, of course, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and there's no shortage. I mean, it's amazing to see how many people that you walk on the road every day you see and you do not know that they're affected one way or the other. We caught up with a breast cancer survivor, Janine J. James, shared her story with us. It is October, breast cancer awareness. You can't run from it, you can't hide from it, but during that month, we find ourselves, interacting, finding so many amazing and wonderful people. Maybe it's a little unfortunate that this is the time we get to discover them, but you know what? Discovered nonetheless, so we're going to make the most of it. I'm here with Janine J. James. She is a lawyer by profession, civil lawyer, Let me tell you, a whole lot of things going on here with Janine, but she's also a survivor. So, we thought it was really, really nice to have a sit down with her and her little family. As a big man here, that's one son here. I'm trying to steal it, but I'm happy because one son that day, we can't go with him. He's so good, he's so nice, he's handsome, isn't it? And of course, her niece here is here with us. So, a nice sit down. Janine, thank you for talking with us. Thank you for, agreeing, because I just threw this up on you and you said, all right, why not? Because I guess you understand.
Yes.
It is inspiring. It's, your story can very well impact somebody in a positive way as well. So thank you so very much. Now, Janine, we're going to talk about you because you are born in St. Lucia, yes. You spent some time overseas as well,
Yes.
but your field is, you wanted to do, tell us about this.
So I wanted to go into crime and criminology. I'm a criminal justice major, and somehow got into doing public interest law. So I'm out here helping persons who are underrepresented in various communities in the New York City area.
Wow, this is amazing. So I don't understand the shift, but I guess life takes us
Yes.
when it has to take us. Our purpose is going to be realized regardless of what we have in our minds.
Correct.
I guess
Correct.
that's part of it. But do you see the two of them in any time intertwining?
Not
Which ones? You're not seeing it
necessarily.
now.
No, I don't
It's
see
no
it
longer
now.
a passion anymore.
Criminology is no longer a passion. If anything, if I would ever to return to St. Lucia, relocate, possibly that would be the area that I would want to go into.
Just to enhance the
Yes,
environment, because there's a void.
There is
There is a void. Right. Let's talk about your being diagnosed. It's been 5 years.
Yes.
You're not cancer free, which is most people like to see remission.
Yes.
But you look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
I would not guess just by looking at you. So tell us about that journey.
So 5 years ago, during a routine mammogram, we discovered a lump, and I had to begin this journey of treatment and dealing with the mental issues and the stress of being diagnosed with cancer. Went through all the medical requirements that eventually took me here to being cancer free. Part of my journey involved or continues to involve trying to inspire people and being supportive to others who are diagnosed with breast cancer, pointing them in the right directions in terms of what resources are out there for them, doctors that they can go to. A lot of people can't afford the medical treatment, but there are lots of resources out
they can
there
tap into.
that they can tap into.
No,
People just don't know.
let's talk about that. That is amazing and welcoming. But let's talk on a personal level now. You being diagnosed, he don't look too much like he looks quite young. For 5 years ago, he may have been what
4
age?
years
4 years old.
Yes, yes.
What could have been going through your mind having your one little 4-year-old son and being diagnosed? I mean, it's not a death sentence, but
Right.
when you are the person receiving that news, it's kind of
It feels
difficult
like
to
a
tell you
death
that, right?
So it feels like a death sentence when you initially hear it. You're like, oh my God, I have this 4-year-old that I have wanted my entire life. And, him being only 4 and being diagnosed with cancer, it just, it was very hard to deal with emotionally, mentally. So the fight started with me coming to realize that I can't leave him behind. This is just not something that was okay. So whatever it is that I needed to do to continue to be here,
Yes.
I was going to do it.
Oh, look at this. Oh, how does that make you feel hearing mom express like that?
Great.
Yes, that's right. Super mom, innit? Proud of your mom here? Of course. I know, right? It's worth it. It certainly was worth it. So you had to deal with that emotion, get past this juncture there. Like you said, well, what could have been a weakness then, you made into a strength to give you that fighting vigor to be able to continue with this. All right, so you got past that, you got your treatment. What are some of the things? I mean, as a cancer person going through that moment, what are some of the things that stood with you in terms of what other things that would have helped you along that journey? Because it's one thing for everybody to have their own opinion.
Right.
If you're not in that space, you're not the one with a lump, you're not the one with all this thing in your mind that, okay, tomorrow I could not wake up, or you understand, it's a different kettle of fish.
So everybody has this different journey or different mindset when it comes to any illness. Personally, I believe in medicine. So anything that the doctor would have told me to do, I would have done.
Right.
And I did. You get a lot of opinions about, drink this, take this, stop doing this, stop doing that. But to me, not that I'm saying dismissing any of the natural or other sources that are out there. To me, I just wanted more surety.
Yes.
I believe in God. I pray. I have faith. That's another thing, that having faith is really important. So with my faith and with the medicine, that is just what I was going to do. So, a lot of it is like you hear a lot of things. You hear a lot of do this, don't do this, stop doing this. And it can become very overwhelming. So you basically, I had to figure this out for myself. Like, what path am I going to take? And my path was to say, listen, the doctor said to do this. I'm going to pray about it and I'm going to do that.
Right.
Even before I went into surgery, my doctor came into the operating room. She didn't operate on me. She was the breast surgeon, but she came in the day of my surgery. She held my hand, prayed with me, and she said, we're gonna be fine. I'll see you when you get out.
Oh.
And I went in there, to be honest, that just brought a calm over me, that my doctor was sitting there praying with me. And I was like, okay, we got this. I'm going in, I'll see you on the other side.
Wonderful.
And it just makes you feel so calm and whole. And after that, I just knew that this whole journey was just gonna be smooth.
Do you understand all of this? Huh? Now you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you have what would life do you think life would have been? God has been good to you, Edith.
Yeah.
Making sure mommy is here.
Mm-hmm.
You think you could have been here without mom? What would it have been like for you?
I think it would have been really sad without my mom, and I need her to just be here.
Oh, well, here she is. She's here with you. All right. Good. And you, as they say, what I mean, that's Auntie went through all of that.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel still having Auntie here even after this?
Well, I'm very happy that she's here. She's somebody that plays a big part in my life when I need her. And I'm just very happy that she's still here.
Wonderful. Listen, Janine, in closing, anything you want to just throw out there, because they might, like you said, you want to create hope, you want to, inspire in some way. You have a platform there. Anybody that might need that right now.
So anyone who's suffering from any kind of cancer, breast cancer, I just want you to know that, it doesn't necessarily have to be a death sentence. There are opportunities, there are options, there are treatments out there. It's necessary to get tested, get early detection, get your yearly mammograms. If you find that lump early, don't ignore it. Go to your doctor, figure out a plan. There are plans out there. If you're feeling down and depressed, lean on family, lean on friends. There are support groups, Faces of Cancer is out there. Do it for yourself, do it for your family, because especially if you have kids, just imagine, they too are affected by cancer. They may not have the cancer diagnosis, but they could feel that strain, that stress that you're feeling, and to deal with it is dealing with it for yourself, but also for your loved ones who are affected by cancer.
Wonderful. Well, there you have it. Thank you for your story.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Aww.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of TBS's Lookbook. And I'm your girl, Vanessa Henry Long, your certified image consultant and personal stylist. And today we're here. You notice I take another tone. We're here at Hobbies Rodney Bay because we're dressing our men for success this season 2022. So I'm here in the section of pants. Interestingly, we have a variety of colors and fit for the men this season. I know most times when we think of professional way of dressing for men, we like to stick to the color of black and navy. But here you're wrong. It's all about ensuring that you have the perfect match, the perfect fit, and of course the perfect comfort for your wear. So we're not sticking to navy black and black this season. We are upping it up and showcasing various colors like your khakis, your chocolates, and your greens in this season. So take a look closely at this men, and also ladies, because guess what? We the ladies, we dress our men. So we need to ensure that for dressing professionally, we are not sticking to black or navy this season. We're upping it up a notch and ensuring that our men do a little, have a little vibe in their dressing and be playful in the way you dress. So even this charcoal color, this grayish color can go very nicely with some of the shirts that I'll be showing you. So come along with me, let me show you how to pair them. So right here in this section is the section that you need to come, guys. We have some long sleeves for you, and there's also some short sleeves, but for now let's stick to the long sleeve section. Again, I have this pants, for instance. Let me show you how you can rock it with a lovely pinstripe shirt, and this is very striking on the eye. It creates an air of elegance. It also makes you feel very flattering and very, edgy, like you know what you're about. You can decide if you want to rock this with tie or not. And when you look closely, come look closely at the collar, you would realize that there's a double collar. So interestingly, even the sleeves, interestingly, it has a very good feel and good pattern on here. It's also available in a variety of colors. As you can see, there's the blue pinstripe, there's the red, and there's also the solids as well. So when it comes to dressing, a lot of the times you may not necessarily want to stick with your solid prints, but you can also bring it up a notch and infuse your style with a bit of prints and patterns. Come, there are some more patterns over here and some more colors. Again, this color pants, and I chose this color pants just to show you that any shirt can go well with it. It is not black, it is not navy, it's grayish, or what we call charcoal, but it goes very well with any color. As you can see, again, we're putting you in style this season. And here are some solids. Even with the solids, it works really well. Now, interestingly, there are some guys who would say, you know what, I don't like long sleeves. I feel very hot. It makes me feel a bit stuffy. Of course, you can decide, even when dressing professionally, you can wear short sleeve shirts and still look good, still look professional, still have that air of business type. And you can wear colors that are very solid, like a teal with this. And interestingly, I like prints and pattern. Rock some prints with them. Now maybe the prints, if you feel it's a bit much, what you can do, you can pair it up with a blazer to tone it down a bit. I'm hoping that you are taking tips and you are taking some notes, guys, and even the ladies. I hope you enjoyed this segment. And again, guys, it's all about comfort. It's all about dressing in style. Nowhere else you will get some affordable fashion at Hobby. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Lookbook by DBS. See you next time.
And well, there you had it. That's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it and you look forward to joining us back here again tomorrow morning on the DBS This Morning Show.